Hello, welcome to the channel. Have you been wondering what to do with your overripe plantains? I mean the ones that have gotten so soft that your first thought is to throw them away. If you have, well, don't throw them away just yet. Let me show you a recipe or two recipes that you can do with your overripe plantains. These recipes are delicious, easy to make, and straightforward. So before you toss out those plantains, watch this video first. The first recipe is a plain plantain bread stroke plantain cake stroke plantain loaf, whatever you like to call it. And the second recipe is a chocolate topped plantain cake stroke plantain bread. If this is something you like, let's go on with the recipe. We're going to use 5 medium-sized plantains, the overripe one, the very soft, mushy type of plantain. That's what we're going to use, 5 of them. Guys, for this recipe, I deliberately allow my plantains to get this soft because they'll give you a very nice, sweet taste, and the plantain flavor will really shine through. If you're going to mash up the plantains, don't blend the plantains. Just mash them with your fork. It's okay. They don't have to be smooth. Nothing wrong with having a few big pieces here and there. After mashing it up, we're going to use 2 eggs. Just break your eggs into your plantains. We'll put a 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm putting a 1/4 cup of sugar because I don't want it to be too sweet. The plantain, as it's already very soft, is sweet. Next, it's a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. We're going to mix this properly. We're adding 1/2 cup of milk. One teaspoon of vanilla essence. Vanilla just makes everything taste better. For me, vanilla brings out the flavors in other things. Keep the wet things aside. Then we move on to the dry ingredients. We're putting 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Then we just sift this. I'm going to use lemon zest. This is the lemon I'm using. This lemon was given to me by my sister-in-law, and I like the flavor, so I said I will use it for this recipe. We're going to mix the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. Mix in batches. You don't want to overmix so that your plantain bread or plantain cake doesn't get too hard. If you're watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. When you subscribe, turn on post notifications so that whenever new videos are posted, you will get them. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up too, guys. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. You can use a scraper to scrape down. After mixing it, we're going to work on our pan. Grease the pan properly. Make sure your pan is properly greased. Grease it properly, then dust it with some flour. When it does the flour, just heat out the excess flour. Now we're going to put in our plantain mix, and that's it, guys. It's that simple. Bake it in a preheated oven 180 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is. Also smelling so nice. You can see how soft and fluffy this is. For the next recipe, we are also going to use 5 ripe plantains. It's the same as we did earlier. We'll mash them, but here I increased the sugar to half a cup of sugar because this one was meant for the kids and they wanted theirs a little sweeter than mine. We are putting 2 eggs, same thing as before. Put in a vegetable oil, put in a vanilla, same measurement as the first one. Mix it up properly. Like I said earlier, it's okay to have the chunks of plantain. Now the difference here is that I'm putting half cup of yogurt in this. Mix everything together and set aside. For the dry ingredients, was the same thing, so there was no need for me to show you how I measured the dry ingredients. It's the same thing. We can substitute the cinnamon here for nutmeg if you wish. To just mix it properly. Remember not to overmix the batter. With these plantains, with these really overripe plantains, your plantain bread does not get hard after a while. It still remains soft and moist after a few days. Now I'm going to put some raisins. I'm just, like, the kids are eating it, they love raisins. So I'm going to put some raisins. What I'm doing here first is I'm dusting the raisins so that they don't sink when you put them inside. They don't sink straight to the bottom. I'm going to fold this in. A little flour entered with it, but that's fine, it's okay. Going to scrape down. It's important to scrape and mix again. Guys, this will be the best plantain bread you've tasted. I can guarantee that. We're going to put this in the pan and bake for about 40 to 45 minutes or until the toothpick inserted in the middle comes out clean. This thing, when I was putting this, I knew I had put in a little more than I should have. I knew it was going to kind of overflow a bit, but guys, I just wanted to bake this at once. Now to the best part, grating some chocolate over plantain cake. You can skip this step if you want, you'll still get delicious plantain cake. But I'm using some dark chocolate and some white chocolate. The kids' second recipe of plantain bread stroke plantain cake. You can see how more soft this thing is, and it stays soft for days, like I said earlier. Have you ever made plantain bread or plantain cake? Let me know. And when you try this recipe, guys, don't forget to come give us feedback. Don't keep this video to yourself. Share it with your friends and your family. You will really enjoy this. A soft, yummy, delicious plantain cake / bread. Guys, this is one recipe you should try. Don't toss your overripe plantains away. You can do this. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.